Hello everyone, I'm PJ. Welcome to my window garden. Today I'm going to show you how you can grow food in your house. Before growing food in your home, one of the things you want to consider is where to grow it. You want a place that you have space and a lot of sunlight. Now I chose this area because it gave me quite a bit of space to work with, and I have a double window. My windows are roughly 6 feet wide, and that allowed me a lot of sunshine, and it also faces to the south. Now what I've also done was take off my blinds and my curtains, and Big Daddy J went outside and took the screens off for me, and the kids all tag teamed together and they washed all the windows and the storm windows inside and out, and that ensures that I get as much sunshine into my window garden as much as possible. I had a lot of fun building this shelf, and one thing I like about building your own is you can determine the dimensions based on your needs and the space that you have available. Now I built mine, they're a little over 8 feet long and almost 7 feet tall, and then because I didn't want to crowd my dining room, I only built them 14 inches deep. What I did to build this is I knew I would need center supports because they are 8 feet long. So I have 6 uprights, 2 on each end, 2 in the middle, and they're made from 2x4 or 2x2s. And then I cut 1x4s, 14 inches long, to make braces for my shelving. And to build the shelving, all I did was take 3 pieces, and these are 4 foot on each side, 1x4s, and I left a 2-inch gap between each 1x4, and 3 of these made one shelf. I left the gaps. I'm prone to spilling things, so if I spill dirt or water or whatever, it's easy for me to just wipe it off, let it drop to the floor, and then I can sweep it up, mop it up, whatever I need to do. It just makes it easier for me to clean. I don't have a whole lot invested in my window garden. The lumber and the screws cost me about $48, and then all my pots and stuff I've picked up for free or really cheap. I probably don't have $15 invested in all the pots that I have here. Anyway, this is what works for me so far. Now we've talked about where to grow food. Let's talk about what food you can grow. First of all, I encourage you to grow the foods that you like. There's not a lot of point in growing something that you're not going to eat. However, with that said, I do also encourage you to take just a small space and try something new. Now what I'm growing here at my home are some bunched onions. I've got some here that came from the grocery store, and we put them in the dirt and we just keep cutting them off and eating them. Also just planted some from seed, so we got a fresh batch. I have some collard greens and some kale growing. I've got some garlic chives. Here we've got some spent lettuce that's old and getting ready to be replaced. Here I've got just a mixture of herbs and spices: cilantro, basil, oregano, thyme, parsley, I think sage maybe. And then I don't remember, this is part of my area to try something new. This is an herb called chervil. I don't remember eating chervil before, but I hear it can be comparable to parsley. Anyway, it was something I wanted to try, something new. My other little patch of something new is kohlrabi. I don't remember eating kohlrabi before. I had some seeds that I got for 3 cents, so I thought, we'll try it. So this is a little test project. And then here I've got some more lettuce, a couple different varieties that I'm growing to replace my old spent lettuce. And then on the bottom shelf here, I've got some more spent lettuce. We're still eating off of this. It's still producing. I just fed it some seaweed fertilizer, and it seems to be rejuvenating, I guess. Anyway, it's doing better, so it may stick around for a little bit longer. And then I don't know how well I'm going to do with these in the house. I wanted to try them. This is the first time I've ever grown food in my home. But I've got some Big Boy hybrid tomatoes here and some California Wonder bell peppers. They require a lot of heat and a lot of sun, so I'm not sure how well these are going to do in the house, but I wanted to try them. And then I also planted some radishes. Some of my family members like radishes. I don't care for them particularly. However, this is I think they called it a gourmet blend. Anyway, I had different kinds of varieties of radishes, so I thought I'd try them. Maybe there's some that I like better than others. And then back here, I have some carrots. I mentioned that I encourage you to try new fit things. I'm hoping to plant some beets here. Currently, I don't have any beet seeds. I've grown up not liking beets and carrots. I've never cared for them. However, I discovered this year, growing them organically, I bought some carrots for the family at the farmer's market, and they love carrots. They taste different than the grocery store, and so now I'm going to grow some carrots. And I've also discovered that I love beets because growing them organically, they just taste so much different. And I love beets. I now love carrots. So anyway, this is what I'm growing in my home, and I encourage you to grow what you like in your home. So I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to try to grow some celery. I found an old piece of celery in the refrigerator that had some new growth and some roots on it. So we're going to do an experiment here. We're going to plant this little base of the celery. And what I'm using here is the potting soil I made earlier in the year. I have a video on that. I think I did that back in May or June. Anyway, if you're interested in how I made it, feel free to look it up. When I rake my leaves up in the spring, I left the twigs in it. Not all of those have decomposed completely. And I think that should do it. I'm just going to put these little roots right in there. I'm not going to bury it too deep. And this may do nothing, or it may grow. We'll find out together. Thanks for watching. Until we speak again, be prepared.